Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Charlene and today we are going to make some gluten-free donuts. Okay, so we are going to make this in the stand mixer. I'm going to put all the dry ingredients in here and mix them first. So it is 3 cups and 2 tablespoons. It calls for gluten-free self-rising flour, but I don't have any of that. So what I'm using is the 1-to-1 baking flour. So I pre-measured here. So we're going to put that in the bowl. Calls for 1 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of Oops. Okay, so that's 1 teaspoon. 2 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. And I misplaced. Okay, I'm using 1/2 teaspoon here, so. And we'll just put a little bit in that one. Okay. Calls for 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, but because I'm using the 1-to-1, it already has the xanthan gum in the flour mix, so we're gonna not use that. And then 1 cup of sugar. Just 1 cup. I'm just going to hand mix the dry stuff because I don't know about you guys, but I really find sometimes that my stand mixer doesn't grab everything and mix it, especially when it's dry. So I'm just going to do that before I put it on. Okay, I'm going to put the dough hook on attachment. Okay, it calls for 1 egg and 3/4 cup of milk. And before I started, about a half an hour before, I took the eggs and the milk out of the fridge, so to get them at room temperature. Just put my milk in a cup so I'm not ruining a whole bag full of milk. Okay, we're going to just turn this on lightly. Just going to scrape the edges a bit. Oh, I need a spatula. Okay, I forgot one thing. This recipe does not call for any extracts at all, no vanilla, no nothing. So I'm actually going to add some because I want to make about 4 batches of different flavored gluten-free donuts today. So I pre-made 1 batch that I put vanilla in, and I'm going to make 1 with cinnamon. So I have cinnamon extract, and I'm going to add some actual cinnamon in it. I'm going to do a pure lemon extract 1, and I'm going to do, with this batch, I just stopped it, so I'm going to add that in now, a cherry extract. So it's going to, I would start with 1 teaspoon, and then if you like stronger flavor, just add in a little bit more. And we like a lot of flavor, so Okay, and then we're just gonna let that mix again. It smells good. Yeah, I should have added that with when it was, I put in the egg and the milk, but that's okay. Okay, that dough is mixed, so now we're going to turn it on low speed, and I have 1/3 cup of room temperature butter. We're just going to add a little bit at a time, and we're going to let that mix together. And it does say to add this last, not in with the liquid part of it. We're just going to let that mix for 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, it is done. So now we just are going to get a bowl. We're going to spray it with oil, or just use a little bit of oil. Put the dough in. This is kind of the consistency. It's a little stiff. I'm going to put it in this bowl, and it's going to sit in one place for roughly an hour. I'm going to put some saran wrap on top of it. So I just put, I'm just going to put it in my oven with just the light turned on. There, that's a nice texture. So now I'm just going to put some saran wrap on here. A little bit more. Okay, I'm just about to start my next, the cinnamon recipe of the donuts. And I thought instead of using the same flour, I thought I would try it with just regular all-purpose flour. And then I'll add the xanthan gum in and let you guys know if that works, because I know not everyone has the self-rising flours. I know I sure didn't. So I was just at Costco yesterday, and this is in Canada, by the way. And I found this big 10 kilogram bag of all-purpose gluten-free flour, and I got a really good deal on it too. It was $66.99 normally, and it was $17 off. So yeah, so I bought it because this is actually the first time I've actually bought the gluten-free flour in bulk, and so I was really happy to find that. So I'm going to try this with the cinnamon recipe. Okay, so I pre-measured the all-purpose flour in here. So it's 3 cups plus 2 tablespoons there. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Oh, that's a 1/2 teaspoon, so do that twice. So 2 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast. 1, 2 1/4. Okay. And then we are going to add in the 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum because we're using the all-purpose. Which, just make sure there. So it's 1 teaspoon. Just half. Another half. Okay. And 1 cup of sugar. And because we're going to make a cinnamon one, I'm going to add in some dry cinnamon in here. I'm not going to measure, but try 1 teaspoon and go from there, what you would like. So I'm going to quickly give this a dry stir. Oh, the smell of cinnamon is so good. Oops. Okay, perfect. Okay, and now we're going to add in the 1 egg and the 3/4 cup of milk. Well, I am just a little short on the milk. Do that over here just a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Whoops. Drop the whole cup in there. Okay. We'll just let that keep going. And 1 egg. Oh, and the extract is when we add the extract. So again, it'll be 1 teaspoon and then add in a little bit more. So this is the cinnamon extract. Hi, little puppy. Okay, I'm just going to scrape the edges. I'll get the butter ready.
So I did not find any difference while cooking these donuts with using the gluten-free all-purpose flour and the gluten-free 1-for-1 flour. To me, they both turned out pretty much the same way, so I would say whatever you have on hand, just try it.
Okay, and then this one we're going to just take out, let it rise for an hour, and then we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, we are back, and this is my mom, by the way, Pam, and today she's visiting us and helping me make the donuts. Anyway, so this is the next step. We're just rolling, so the dough sat for the hour, and we're just rolling it. It said that it was going to make about 15 donuts, but this looks like it's going to be more. We're already at 10 over there. So Mom's going to do this, and I'm going to go run and grab some fresh oil for when it's time to fry. Okay, so we're working on the next donut. The first one we did was the vanilla, and this one is, oh, this one is the cherry. I'm actually, because we're doing 4 different kinds, I'm going to actually write vanilla and stuff and put it on the tray of the balls just so I don't forget. Because when I'm going to do the, when I'm going to put the icing and stuff on it, I want to put a little bit of each flavoring into it so that the outer frosting also has like a little bit of the cherry, a little bit of the lemon for each one. So Mom is, oh, do you need a little flour? You think you need some flour in there?
Maybe just a little bit.
So at this point, before you start to roll or start to make them into balls, you put just a little bit of flour here. Let's see, we'll show you. So you just knead it very lightly, so you don't need to knead it all that much. And then you're going to start making them into balls. The other one made 33 balls, but the recipe said it was only going to make 15. So, okay, so we're just going to roll these. Okay, so we are going to prepare the icing sugars for the donuts. So I guess I'll push that one aside. So you start with the powder. Here, I'll get a close-up, that's easier. Okay, so we are doing 4 different kinds of donuts. So for the vanilla, we're going to use vanilla sugar. So I'm just preparing everything. Then the other 3 we're going to dip in an icing sugar. Well, not to icing sugar, the icing liquid. So you start with whatever amount you want of icing sugar. You just take a little bit of milk. You don't need a ton. Where's the spoon here? You just mix it around. You just add a little bit of milk as you need it. This one we want it to be a little bit runny because we're going to have the donut and we're going to roll it around. So we don't want it to be too thick. Okay, so I don't think that's quite enough. So then you just play with it to the amount that you need. Okay, I'm just going to add just a tad bit more milk. Just like a little drop. Try to make sure there's no lumps in here. Okay, and then I'm going to add some flavoring. So the next one I'm going to do is lemon. So I'm just going to take the lemon extract, and I'm not going to dump a lot in, just like a little, maybe 2 or 3 drops. And then I'm going to mix that in. Yeah, it actually kind of smells like lemon rinds. Okay, so then I'm also gonna label what each one is, just so well, I guess I don't, you can just sniff them. And then this one I had already been mixing. This one I'm going to put the cherry extract. Oh, that smells so good. The same thing, probably just a couple drops. Turn slightly pink, this one. I don't know if you can tell in the camera or not. It smells yummy. My mom's sitting over there telling me, I want to try this. I want to try that. I said, okay. Add that in. I should have tried to get all of the lumps out before I did this, but I didn't. Okay, and then we're going to do cinnamon for the last. Just a couple drops. Okay. Okay, now we have them all kind of lined up, and we have the cooling rack inside of the cookie sheet already, and that is all set up. Okay, so we got cinnamon, vanilla, cherry, and then this is the lemon. And then I have the oil here. I have it roughly around medium. I put in a fresh bottle of oil. I used olive oil. I did have, actually, I'll show you this. The last time I made these, I put it in here, but there was chunks in here, and I didn't feel like I should use it again. So I'm just gonna dispose of this. And I even had, gluten-free oil on there and stuff, just to be on the safe side. I'm not going to keep that. So yeah, so then we are going to slowly start. We're going to use this to move them around. Okay, we are going to start. I'm going to put them in. Oh, none of the oils are good enough. Takes about 3.5 minutes per side. So I put 2, 4, 6, 8. I put 10 in at once. Oh, yeah. So you can see it's bubbling. I'm not sure the exact temperature or the exact heat. So, and I also got ready a bowl with napkins on it. So I'm going to do one flavor at a time, put them in the bowl, then I'm going to pass them off to Mom, and she's going to do the dipping after they've cooled for roughly 5 minutes. You've never seen the donuts either?
No.
So they're starting to bubble. They're sitting on the ground now, or on the bottom of the pot. And they will rise up. Just move them a little so they don't stick.
How do you know when they
You just kind of eyeball it, and you have to play with it a bit to figure it out too. So it's supposed to be about 3.5 minutes per side. Oops, I don't want to flip that yet. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? You're supposed to flatten them with a fork a little bit before we put them in.
Oh,
I did forget that part. So
just
yeah,
a bit?
just a little, yeah. So we forgot to flatten
Like
them.
that?
So yeah, I guess that's all it says, flatten them slightly. So Mom's going to go around and flatten them all while I'm watching this one. I think I forgot that step last time too. Yeah, so you definitely want to move them around because I can see, sorry, I'll stop moving that around. I can see a little bit of browning. Actually, I don't know if I can get that where you just see it on the opposite side. You see how that browns there? So that's why you want to keep it moving a little bit. So while we're waiting for this, it was my oldest son's birthday, who does have celiac, just a few days ago. So I decided not to buy him a cake, and decided to make him donuts instead because he really enjoys them. But he decided to go out with his friends that day. So I said, okay, well, one day next week, Mom will make them for you. So today's the day, and he will have a nice surprise when he's home from work. But of course, we're going to test it before he gets home and tells me I can't have any more. Okay. So then I'm just going to put them over into here and get some of the oil soaked up. Yeah, they look like a nice golden brown color. So I think that looks perfect. And we will just add more.
This is the homemade vanilla sugar my daughter needs.
You're just rolling them in, right?
Yeah, I'm just rolling them in.
Is it sticking good?
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't hurt your fingers or anything?
No, no, they're just slightly warm.
Okay, perfect. So I wondered if they were completely cold, if they would even stick, right?
I didn't think they would stick, but they are.
Okay, so now she's going to be moving on to the lemon. So she has lemon flavored icing sugar that she's going to be using. Okay, guys, we finished. We ended up making 105 donut holes today. So this is our vanilla and cinnamon sugar. No, vanilla sugar, sorry. Here we have the lemon, and we have cherry, and this is the cinnamon. So these turned out really good. I was actually surprised that this was not my favorite, the vanilla. It was good, but I think lemon, right?
Lemon, yeah.
Yeah, lemon was everybody's number one pick. I really liked the cherry. I thought that was good. You like that too?
I like the cherry, yeah.
And then the cinnamon was good as well. So the only thing I would say that I would do a little different is, instead of when I said just 1 teaspoon of the extracts, 2, right? That we found it could just use a little extra flavoring and stuff. But other than that, it was really good. And I just have to say thank you to my mom for helping today. It made the job a lot easier.
You're welcome.
For sure. For sure. So whenever you get a chance to use and abuse your mom, go ahead and do it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys give it a try, and I hope you like it. Okay, we'll see you next time. Bye.
That's cute, honey.